Are you ready to make a super cute baby hat for less than $1? It's a great shower present, or if you're having a little bundle of joy yourself, make it for you. Okay, we're going to start off with color A, whatever you're choosing. I'm choosing brown for A and pink for B. So it's whatever you choose. I'm doing a little girl hat, unlike the one, if you see the picture with the pattern on my website, that's a little boy, but I'm doing a little girl because I get a niece in a few months. So anyway, we need your brown, and we're going to chain 73. So come around and make your loop. Bring the hook in from the back and start chaining. 1, 2, 3. You get the idea. I'll see you in 73 stitches. Okay, I did 73, and you're just gonna have to trust me because watching that would have been super boring. And now we're gonna join it with a slip stitch. So I'm taking my finger to make sure it's not turned, that we've got it straight before I connect it here. And I'm going to bring it back in, and I'm going to go in from the front, grab some thread, and pull it back through. And now we've got a nice big circle, and we're going to start getting nice and repetitive from this point on, so you'll like it. What we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, and we are going to work 72, I know that's a lot, single crochets all the way around. So to do our single crochet, we're going to go in. I like to have the 2 loops on top. If you can see there, the 2 loops on top and the 1 loop on bottom. It won't make or break it if you don't have that, but we're going with the 2 loops on top and the 1 on bottom. And I'm going to hide this thread as I go around here. And we're going to go in, and you have 2 on top at this point. We're going to wrap around and go through both of those 2. And then the same thing in the next stitch. So two on top, grab some thread, pull through. You have 2 on top, wrap around, go through. So that's your single crochet. And at this point, we've got that thread totally hidden. So you're just going to continue to work around. So we're working on our 3rd single crochet, and we need to have 72 total. 70, 71, 72. So at this point, we've come around full circle, and this is really important that you double check once again that your stuff's not all twisted and crazy. So mine is not all twisted and crazy. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to join, put the hook in, grab some thread, pull through, and that just joined my little circle together. So we're going to do 1 more row just exactly the same. So 1 chain, go in and do 72 single crochets all the way around, and then I'm going to show you how to switch colors. Okay, so I just went all the way around with my 72 single crochet again, and now we're going to switch the colors. So you could cut the thread and change it every time, but that's a lot of threads to hide. So what we're going to do is we're going to join on right where we were going to join with the slip stitch, and we're going to pull through our other color. I'm using pink, whatever you're using for your color B, and I've pulled that through, and we're just going to tie a little loop there, and we're going to put our hook in so it's not too tight. I'm just going to tie a simple knot. There are lots of different ways to tie on. This works for me. And then I'm going to take out the hook, but we had it in there so it's got that nice hole. I'm going to go back to where it was with the brown yarn. And I am going to simply grab pink instead of brown. So I went through that loop and this loop to join the slip stitch. So we've just finished off that round, but now we're going to be in the pink. And we want to make sure we hide that pink thread as we go around, and we just keep that brown thread kind of back behind us and out of the way because it'll be there when we need it in a couple rows. because every 2 rows we're going to switch colors to give it a nice striping pattern. So we're going to go ahead and do our chain 1, and then go in, keep this thread we're hiding to the side, grab some thread, pull through, and we're going to do single crochets all the way around, 72 of them again, but in pink. Look at these adorable stripes. Okay, we are going to do, I just did 71 single crochet. I'm doing number 72. And you can see this might happen to you. There's like a weird little gap in there. So all you have to do to get rid of that, you see the circle right here, is pull on the brown string behind, and it's magic. It's gone. That's just, you know, it was loose from changing the colors. So we're going to go in and join with a slip stitch and chain 1. And if you haven't guessed it, we're going to do 72 more single crochet all the way around. If you're still a little confused about how to make the single crochet, I'll throw a link right there on the video, but go watch how to make a single crochet and that'll help you get started on that. Okay, we are ready to switch colors. I have not joined this round yet. I'm going to go in like I'm joining the round, and this is how easy it is. I can show you from the back here. We're grabbing this brown thread instead of the pink one to pull through. And then I'm going to pull on the pink one a little so it's nice and snug. And you are officially in the brown now. Now for the pattern, if you're following the free pattern on modernhomemakers.com, I'll put a link below. But what you're going to do is switch colors every 2 rounds for 10 rounds total. So these brown right here was 1, 2. The pink was 3, 4. So we're getting started to work on round 5. And we're going to work through 10 total rounds. So chain 1 and get started. We finished up our 10 rounds and we're getting ready to start number 11. And we're going to switch over to the first color, to color B again. So we went through, grabbing the pink, pulling that through. Oops. Old yarn, always harder to work with. Okay, and now you're going to have to pay attention a little bit more because it's not just doing 72 single crochet, as fun as that was. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to single crochet 17. So 1. Oh, I didn't point this out before. If you don't go right in that first space, you can see back here how even that is. You'll start to creep across your whole project. Your first stitch will move over every time. So make sure to go right next to your chain for your first stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 16 and 17. Okay, after you do the 17, you're going to skip a space. So don't put a single crochet here, go to the next one. And you're going to do 17 more, and then skip 1. You're going to do that 4 total times, and we'll be right back. So we did the single crochet 17, skip 1, 4 times total. So 1, 17, skip 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th one you just skip, and then you're going to join back to with the slip stitch here. So join with the slip stitch. Now this next round we're going to chain 1, and you're going to single crochet 12. So 1, 2, 3, 11, 12, and then skip 1 and do another 12, and you're going to do that 12 single crochet, skip 1, a total of 5 times. We've already done it once, so you need 4 more. You always want to double check yourself. So we did 12. You can feel the space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then we're going to skip 1 and do 3 single crochet. So skip 1, 2, 3, And this time when we join with our slip stitch, we're going to switch to brown because every 2 rows we switch colors. So we're going in, grabbing the brown, coming back through, and then we're going to pull on the pink because that all looks sloppy. Okay, this next row, round 13, we're going to chain 1, we're going to single crochet 17, and then skip 1, and we're going to do that a total of 3 times, and then we'll be back. So we did our 17, skip 1 once, twice, and I just did the third 17 single crochet, I'm going to skip 1, and I'm going to work in 8 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to join with the slip stitch. Okay, we're starting round 14 if you're following along with your pattern, which I really hope you are. All right, chain 1, and we're going to do 15 single crochets in a row, and then skip 1 and do 15 again. We're going to do that 3 total times for that. So 1, 2, 3. 14, 15, skip this one, do the next one, and you're going to do 15, skip 1, do another 15, and then we'll be back. Okay, I just finished the third 15, skip 1, and I'm going to work 11 single crochets, 1, 2, all the way across, and then I'm going to join to the beginning here and switch to pink. We're at round 15 and we've switched back to pink, and we're going to repeat this 4 times. We're going to do 13 single crochets and then skip 1 4 times. So 2, 3, 11, 12, 13, skipping 1. So that 13, skip 1, 4 times total. We just did 1, so 3 more after that. So we finished our 4 sets of the single crochet 13 and then skip 1, and we're going to do the skip 1 there, and we're going to put in 2 single crochet and join with the slip stitch. So if you feel like counting, that should be 53 stitches if you want to check and make sure you're not off. This is round 16. We're still with the pink or color B. We're going to do 1 chain, and then we're going to do 15 single crochet and skip 1, and we're going to do that 3 times. So single crochet 15, skip 1 times 3. We did our 15 single crochet, skip 1 3 times, and we're going to skip 1, and we're going to do 5 single crochet to finish that off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to join with the slip stitch. And that should be, if you want to double check things, that should be 49 stitches. Oh, I messed up. I need to switch colors. Whoops. In my defense, we had to stop. Our camera broke. I hope you're enjoying the new camera. It's kind of like The Wizard of Oz, where half of it was filmed in one thing and half of it is now in HD. So enjoy that. All right, we have switched to brown. We're in round 18. Sorry, we're round 17, and we are going to chain 1, single crochet 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, and skip 1, skip 1, and then we're going to work another 11, and then skip 1. We're going to do the 11, skip 1, 4 times total. So we just did it once. We've got 3 more times to do. 11. We've done our 4 sets of 11. Skip 1, 11. You get the idea. And this is our last skip one, and we're going to work 1 single crochet. And really there's an extra space there, so I guess you could say skip 1 again and join to the first stitch. For round 18, we're still in brown, and we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work 13, skip 1, 13, skip 1. Basically that 13, skip 1, we're going to do that 3 times, and we'll be back. So we did the 13 single crochet, skip 1 3 times, and now we're going to skip 1. Well, that was really the skip 1 of the 13, then skip 1. And we're going to do 4 single crochet. And join with the slip stitch, switching to the color pink. So for round 19 with the pink, color B, we're going to chain 1. And we're going to do 10 single crochets and then skip 1, and we're going to do that 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then skip 1, and then do 10 more. So we're doing the 10, skip 1, 3 times total. We just did it once. So we've done 3 sets of the 10 single crochet, skip 1, times 3. Now we're ready to do the skip 1, and then we're just going to do 10 single crochet up to the end. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10. You can notice these rounds are getting faster and faster because it's getting smaller here. We're going to go in and join with a slip stitch. And now we're going to do a chain 1, and we're going to do 8 single crochet and then skip 1. And we're going to do that 4 times. We did the 4 times of the single crochet 8, skip 1. So we're skipping the 1 here. And we're going to work 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then join with the slip stitch, switching the color at the same time. So remember, we grab the brown thread that's already down there, grab it, and work through. And if you want to double check yourself, you should have 38 stitches at that point, but not the end of the world if you get off. We're on round 21. We're back to color A, and we're going to chain 1 and single crochet 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to skip 1 and do the 5 again. So 5 single crochets, skip 1. We're going to do that 5 total times. So 4 more since we just did 1. So you've done the 5 single crochets, skip 1 5 times. So we're skipping 1 here. And now it's time to do 4 single crochet, and that'll take us all the way up to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's really like you're skipping another one here to get to the end. Now we're in round 22, and we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, skip 1, and work another 3. We're going to do that a total of 7 times, including the one you just did. So 3, skip 1, 3. We did the chain 3, skip 1, 7 times. And at the end here, you're going to have to do like a loose stitch because you're really going to be skipping over 2 spaces for that last skip 1. So just don't pull it super tight. And you should be switching colors like I wasn't just doing there. Anyway, so switching to pink. And don't make things super tight. Okay. Round 22. Sorry, round 23. We're back to color B, And we're going to chain 1 and do 2 single crochet, 1, 2, and we're going to skip 1 and then 2 single crochet. So the 2 single crochet, skip 1, we're going to do that 7 times. So we did our 2 single crochet, skip 1 7 times, and now we're going to do our chain 1. We're on row 24, and we're going to do single crochet 1, skip 1 times 8. So 1 single crochet, skip 1, 1 single crochet 8 times. You can see this is getting harder to work. We're almost near the end here. I just did the 8 single crochet 1, skip 1s. And I'm joining to the beginning here. I'm going to switch to color A again as I join with our slip stitch. And we're going to chain 1. This is our last run with the brown here. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to single crochet 1, skip 1. And you may be able to work in 4, but you don't want to have a bump at the top. So really just keep an eye on this. Depending on how you crochet, you may not even get the 25th row. So single crochet 1, skip 1, single crochet 1. Yep, I don't think we're going to get row 25 here. So if I had continued working stuff in, it would just get too thick. So what I'm going to do is go in to the first space here, and I'm going to grab both of these colors through so I can tie it off, and I'm going to go all the way through and cut. Tying them both off. And then we're going to take these stitches down so they're nice and hidden. And we will continue to hide these from the bottom side. So the pink we're going to hide right in this round. Okay, we're going to look at the inside of the hat so we can see where we started, where our center was here. And we're going to attach, this is really the bottom of our hat. We're going to go in, don't just go into one loop, I'm going to go in a little bit lower so it's stronger. And we're going to bring that yarn through, and we're going to tie a loop, put the hook in there so it's not too tight, and tie that off. And we're going to chain 2. And what we're doing right here is we're going to start going in front of and behind the post. So we're going to be working double crochets, and I'm going to come put my hook from the front into the back, and you can see the loop of that. It was really a single crochet in that bottom row, but we're going to be working double crochet now. So that loop is on top. I'm going to grab the thread, and we're going to work a double crochet. So that was in front. Now we're going to do it the other way. So wrap around, and we're going to come behind, and you can see the hook is here and the loop is actually behind. So we're going to rotate in front of and behind the post all the way across. And I will actually hide the thread at the end so that's not confusing that I'm doing that at the same time. So wrap around and put the hook in and go behind like that. And then we're going to go the other way, wrap around, come from the back. So we're going to alternate in front of the post and behind the post all the way around, but you can see already it's kind of like when you do weaving. You know, you've got some in front and some behind. And this is how we're going to make it look like ribbing, even though we're not knitting. So just alternate all the way around, and I'm not going to count stitches from this point on. So Don't feel like you have to count, because I'm not counting. And work all the way around, rotating in front of and behind. Alright, so we're finishing up our first row of ribbing here. Just been alternating all the way around. And we're going to join to our first, really our second chain of the chain 2 here. Join that with a slip stitch. Chain 2. And now what we're going to do is make sure we go the same way that we were. So this is a behind, doing the double crochet, and then this one. So you see how I'm matching up if I went behind the post or in front of the post. I just want it to be the same thing. And you can see this is going to be just a really nice, just look like ribbing. So go all the way around. Just if it was behind, go behind. And if it was in front, go in front, working those double crochets around the posts all the way back to here. Almost done with this row. Joining to the second chain. And we've got one more row, we're done. So chain 2, and the same thing. If it's behind the post, go behind the post. If it's in front of the post, etc. So rotating all the way around. And then when you get back here, we're going to tie off and hide the thread. If you're looking for more free or cheap present ideas, go watch the How to Make a Toy Train video. And there's a free pattern, and it uses the tops off of baby food, but you could use buttons for the wheels.